Hey guys, in today's video we're going to listen to DSP tell his totally true story about dealing with his internet company. Sorry this video came out so late, I tried to get it done sooner. Shout out to Memology 101, the link will be in the description, make sure you go check it out. But let me shut up and get into the video.
Hey guys, so normally I would start the show, I turn on my laptop, okay, and I open everything up and it's ready to go. And all of a sudden a pop-up appears, something about, oh, Windows has auto-installed something. I don't even know what it is. I just click OK. It closes all my browser windows. They reopen, and everything is blank. So I have to reopen everything on my laptop because Windows decided to auto-install something without my permission and overrode everything on my laptop.
Okay, this is a weird segment to open with.
And I have to start over. I have this open every day ready to go, and now I literally have to start from fucking scratch. It completely fucked up everything. What a piece of fucking shit.
We're already off to an irritating start. Why is he this angry because the fucking Windows update or something? This is honestly ridiculous. 41-year-old man with no emotional regulation. Embarrassing.
Wow, thanks Microsoft, you dumb fucks. Yeah, I really want to redo this for 10, 15 minutes now. Reset up my entire laptop because you guys are fucking morons.
What do you mean reset up everything? You run a poverty stream, Dave. There's nothing to fucking set up.
What a great way to start the day. Seriously. I'm pretty pissed right now because I have a nice setup I do on my laptop every day. And it's all set up and ready to go. It's got the stream open. It's got the chat open. It's got the pop-up window open so I can read, you know, when you guys are contributing and stuff. It's all gone. I have to start from scratch. They deleted the whole fucking thing. You pieces of shit.
And he says start from scratch like he has to remake the emotes and alerts or something. It's just opening tabs. It's just tabs.
What a pain in my ass. So now here we go. Here's the stream. So let me get this open. My apologies. I totally would have had everything going by now.
Yeah, because you're known for starting streams on time anyway.
What a bunch of assholes. Gee, we always like to see if we'd like to override everything the customer has set up. That sounds good. It's a great idea. Even my window that has like notifications for PayPal is gone. It's all just gone. They just closed it all.
I really can't believe this is how he decided to open up the stream.
You fucking rat bastard motherfuckers. Wow. Gone forever. Minimize that. I think we're ready to go.
Awesome, we're ready to go. Now we can quit talking about it, right? You can move past your little baby rage.
Sorry for that. Wow. Hey, Microsoft, you dumb fuck faces.
Of course not.
Don't override everything on my laptop because you want to make Bing my default browser, you dumb shits. No one uses Bing. Really, no one wants to search with Bing. No one wants to use Bing. It's shit.
Google's also shit for a whole list of other reasons, but I'm not going to sit here and defend either one of them. Shout out Firefox, though.
Okay, so why did I have an interruption yesterday? Also, why have I been frustrated about, you know, things recently? Allow me to explain.
My guess on the frustration would be because you're playing games that aren't getting the kind of support you expected them to get, and you have a mobile game addiction to pay for. That's just my guess, though. I don't know.
So, as you guys know, I'm a full-time streamer, a full-time content creator.
How could we forget, Dave? You tell us at least once a day.
And that means that I need to have really, really good internet. If I don't have good internet, unlimited, you know, upload and download and all of that at the good speeds, I would never be able to be a full-time content creator, right?
There's some merit to that. I'll give you that. If your whole job is online, you should probably have some pretty good internet. That's fair.
So, I have 2 different internet business lines here at my house, all right?
And you lost me. I've never heard any other content creator or streamer say that they have 2 internet lines. I've even streamed before at the same quality that he has, and I don't even have the best internet in my area, let alone 2 whole lines. So I don't know if 2 lines is a requirement.
1 line I have literally right here in the office, right next to me. And this line is 100% for everything that I do, uploading and downloading on streams, period. That's what it's for. I literally use it for nothing else. Okay? So that one has the faster speeds. It's got, you know, the higher capacity. It's the more expensive of the two lines. I have a second internet line in my house. This one is downstairs, not upstairs. That one is the wireless setting. Basically what that one's for is for everything else. My cell phone.
Did you really need to tap on your phone, Dave? We know what a cell phone looks like. You didn't need to show it to us.
Connected to it. My wife's cell phone, connected to it. Our TV downstairs, wirelessly connected to it. What? Why? And I've never, in the 9 years that I've been with this company, had any kind of explanation. No valid explanation whatsoever as to why.
And you never thought to ask anyone? Like, call the company and ask them a question? Or email them? You're online all day long.
So, I need to have multiple accounts with this company in order to do that. Okay?
Wait, do you not know why you need to have one line for one thing and one line for your business? Or you don't know why you have to have two separate accounts for two different lines? I've listened to this back 3 times now, and I'm still rather confused as to what you meant.
It makes no sense at all. At all. And yes, I have to pay 2 separate internet lines. I can't just have one bundled line. It's 2 separate accounts and all of that. Okay?
Honestly, this sounds like you got tricked or duped or scammed or whatever you want to call it. Like I said, I've never heard any content creator online say that they have 2 different internet lines, for one for business, one for personal use. I've never heard that.
Now, for the time that I've been with this company, the way that they deal with stuff is they do bundles, 3-year bundles of service. What does that mean?
Sounds like you sign a 3-year contract for your internet provider. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm sure you're going to pig-explain it in some convoluted, stupid way.
Well, it means that if you get multiple services, you save money, and they sign you into a 3-year agreement to lock into a certain price. Once the 3-year agreement is up, you have to renegotiate with the company to get the best price for the best value and also the services you need. Okay?
Yeah, that's definitely just a standard way that contracts work, but I appreciate you pig-explaining it to me, I guess.
When I first moved in here 9 years ago, okay, things were a lot different. So, I shit you not. On my day off 2 weeks ago, it took me almost 2 hours. I'm not exaggerating. 2 fucking hours in a chat to work with an agent or customer service rep to renegotiate my contracts, to get into new 3-year agreements, to sign those agreements, and to get everything set up. 2 fucking hours.
Okay. Unless you're just going to not have internet, which would probably be a benefit to all of us, there is nothing you can fucking do about it, so shut up and quit bitching. It's part of life.
One of the things that really sucks about using the chat, the good news is when you use a chat, a lot of times you don't have to wait. If I called on the phone, every time I've ever called this company, I'm waiting 45 minutes before I speak with a human. Okay? It's always been like that. But if I get in the chat, I can usually talk to them right away. But here's the catch. When you're in a chat, you type them something, they can take 10 minutes to respond.
Of course, we gotta tap the fucking desk into the microphone.
What the fuck are you doing? You gonna take a dump?
Yay, a classic DSP scat segment. Let's fucking go.
You're picking your ass? You're talking to your friends there in the office? Why aren't you answering me?
I mean, I don't know why it has to be so immature with him all the time, but it's a workplace and any number of things could happen. They could have had a fire drill. They could have got stabbed. They could have had someone come up to them and ask them a question and they got pulled away. It's a real life workplace, Dave. Things are moving.
But they take their sweet time. There's nothing you can do about it. You just got to wait for the response, right? It's not like on the phone we're like, hello, are you there? Hello, I'm right here. Why aren't you talking to me? Right? So, yeah, like, I'm not kidding. 2 hours. Now, the good news is I renewed both internet lines.
Glad we could renew both internet lines so we keep getting scammed.
For 3 years. One of my internet lines for free is getting an upgrade to be faster. It doesn't even, I mean, it's just standard now that you would have this faster speed. So I get it for nothing. Like, I'm not paying any extra for it. And in fact, after the renegotiations, okay, my actual price on the internet is going down for the first year. And then it goes slightly up year 2. And then year 3, it goes to basically what I'm paying now anyway. So basically, with this renegotiation, a lot of stuff is decreasing in price.
So he didn't give us any numbers, but he said it was going down and then up higher than he's paying now, and then it's going to balance back out. So are we breaking even, or is this a lower price? Is this a higher price? Like, he makes it sound like a good thing, but I kind of feel like we're breaking even here.
That's great. I'm going to save some money for a couple of years, right? Sounds good. Sound good? But a couple things. One of the things is they're going to basically come out and uninstall a lot of the old shit that I don't use anymore. That is just kind of sitting around. Old wires, old splitters, all kinds of old equipment and shit needs to be removed from the house. Okay? So basically what they say is they want to have a tech come out to uninstall the junk, to check on the equipment, possibly upgrade the existing equipment if possible, and to run the new software settings or whatever so I get the better speeds. And I was like, so someone really has to come out here to do that? They're like, yes.
Yeah, those splitters and extra cables and replacing your router or whatever are not going to happen magically. Someone has to deliver that. Someone has to do the work. Lord fucking knows you're not going to get your ass in there and do it.
All right, fine. Let's do it. So I wanted to do it as soon as possible, and the soonest I could have got them out here was yesterday. Okay? Now, keep in mind, this was almost 2 weeks ago when I scheduled all of this. The earliest day they could get someone come out here was yesterday. All right? So I knew that I was going to have an interruption during the stream, and there was nothing I could do about it. All right? And I was assured it wouldn't be a large interruption. Oh, this will take like 20 minutes is what they say. All right, whatever you say. I know that's bullshit, but whatever you say, okay?
I would imagine that they would know about how long these kind of things would take, given that they're in that industry. Some things do take longer than expected. Some things take less time than expected. But if they're giving you a time frame, it should be fairly accurate. I had a plumber come out one time, and they told me that that job was going to take about an hour, and he came in and he got it done in about 20 minutes, and he left on his way. So these things happen in real life.
So where we left it is renewing my internet contracts. I'm going to actually save money this time. The price is going down and then just going to equivalent to what it is now already. So I'm not increasing my price. I'm locking into my service for 3 years. Everything's good.
So he says he's going to be saving money and mentions it going down and then evening out again, but he doesn't mention the part where he said it was going to go up at a point. So is he just leaving that out for some reason? I mean, this is the king of details, though.
Okay? Someone's going to come out here. They're going to uninstall old legacy equipment or whatever, upgrade equipment to new stuff, and that's that. All right, great. This sounds good to me. All right? So everything's well and good. We're good to go. A week passes. All of a sudden, I get an automated message from the company, a text message. Oh, you now have a second appointment set up for another install the next week.
I love that everything to do with DSP has to be a convoluted story with twists and turns, and nothing can ever just be mundane. He can't just go through life and have something go his way. He always has to fuck it up.
Why do I automatically have an appointment set up for an install the next week? I never spoke with anyone about this. No one ran it by me. No one made sure that I was available that date and time. Why am I getting an automatic second appointment? What the hell is this? I don't even know. Now, once again, I absolutely knew that doing anything with this was going to be a major pain in my ass. So I waited until my day off again this week to deal with it. I knew if I tried to call or talk to someone during a work day, I wouldn't have time to do it. I told you, it took 2 hours for me to sign up for my new internet contracts. So I knew if I call, it was not going to work during a work day. I got to stream, right?
He says a work day, like he punches a 9 to 5. And you know you could just call them while you're on stream, right? Like if you're being left on hold, you could just leave it on hold, and when they pick up, just go. There's been several times where I've called the utility company and they put me on hold. So I just put in an AirPod and then I go and play video games and hang out on Discord with my friends until they take me off hold and I take my call. It's really not that complicated.
So I waited till my day off. So a few days ago, it's my day off again. And, you know, my wife again is getting ready to go out. All right, I'll deal with it now. Okay? So this time around, I go to do the chat and it says, no chat agents are available today. What?
It is a little strange that they don't have multiple shifts to cover situations like this, but hey, it is what it is. Not every workplace has multiple shifts.
no chat agents are available today to chat with you. You have to call us. What the hell is that? Why? Well, that's stupid. They're supposed to be there 24/7 and no chat agents are available.
Yo, he really does expect them to be there 24/7 though. Unless the shit specifically said that they were supposed to be there 24/7, which some of them do, he's out of his mind.
All right. So I have to call. Already it's a huge hassle.
It's a huge hassle to pick up the phone and call somebody. Some first world problem type shit.
So I call and I put my information in. Of course, none of the options in the menu are like talking about, oh, you have a second installation appointment for no reason. You don't know why and you want to talk to someone about it. Of course, there's no menu option for that.
This seems like kind of a niche problem for someone to have, and those automated service things are not designed for niche problems. They're there to just kind of sift through the people who have common problems.
So you're fucking around with the automated menu trying to figure out, put me somewhere to talk to somebody. I'm not kidding. I had to go wait on hold 25 minutes and the phone hung up on me.
LOL, get fucked.
I was not pleased. Okay? To say the least. That really pissed me off. So I had to do it again, and then eventually I get to talk to a rep. I'm not kidding, it probably took me about 45 minutes to finally get a rep on the line. I talked to now this is a sales rep. I explained the situation, and the sales rep says, well, yes, I see in the system you have one appointment for your first date, which was yesterday, but you have another appointment for next week. I said, I never made that appointment. I don't even know what that appointment's for. I need to talk to someone about this and figure out what is going on. All right, well, we don't deal with that. We're going to have to forward you to the booking department, and they'll talk to you about it. All right? All right, fine, whatever.
This is classic DSP storytelling, just leaving in all these little bits that no one ever needed to hear because they are boring as sin.
So they forward me over to this other department. You know, a woman picks up, incredibly heavy accent. So you know this is not in the United States.
Why does it matter if she's from the United States? As long as her accent isn't too heavy that you can't understand and communicate with her, there shouldn't be a problem. I know human communication is difficult for you, Dave, but an accent should really not play that big a part into how you communicate with somebody.
This is a call center somewhere, okay? When you get to a call center somewhere, you know that they have no ability to help you. I'm sorry, it's just the case. You get forwarded to a call center. Call centers mean they just sit there, they read a script.
It's not that they can't help you. The script is specifically designed to go through the common problems that someone might be facing. And I promise this is not a problem that other people frequently have. Most people in residential areas don't have two different lines. Like this is a you problem.
And if you go off the script, they can't help you, okay? So I'm talking to some woman in a call center, and she says, okay, here's what happened. You have two accounts. So when you initially did that 2-hour conversation with the sales rep to renew your contract, he put up the installation appointment for one of your accounts. But you need 2 installation appointments because you have 2 accounts.
Well, would you look at that? She managed to tell you why that happened. She helped you. Don't you have fucking egg on your face?
And I said, no, I don't. I'm going to have 1 appointment where 1 tech will come out here and do all of the work. I'm not going to do 2 appointments for you because you don't know how to run your company. I'm going to have 1 appointment. It's that simple. I'm not wasting time with you. We're going to have 1 appointment, and it's all going to happen.
This part gets me so fucking heated. This is the 4th time I've seen this, and I'm angry about it again. Just the smug way that he tells her how things are going to work is fucking awful. I don't know where he gets off feeling so entitled. It's people like you that are the fucking problem, DSP. People that come in and act as entitled as you make everyone's life so much more difficult than it needs to be. All she can do is what her job allows her to do. So for you to come in and be like, oh no, this is how it's gonna go. She doesn't have any control of that. She's literally punching a 9 to 5, bro. Leave her ass alone. She didn't deserve that.
And this woman, her brain proceeded to melt through her ears, all over her shoulders. Because she probably had never heard something like that before. She had no idea what to do. Okay?
She probably muted her microphone and told her boss that she didn't need this fucking job that bad. To be honest, because if I had to deal with you, I'd have told your ass off and hung up. Fuck you.
She couldn't change the appointment. She had no... I said, well, can I talk to your supervisor? Can you forward me to another department? She had no idea what to do. She literally admitted to me on the phone, I have no clue. All I do is read a script. I don't know what to do at all. I said, can you help me in any way? No.
Can I speak to your supervisor? No, go fuck yourself. And I love that every time he tells a story that people always just admit that they don't know anything and he's always right. That'll be a running theme in this story and just about every story he's ever told before it.
Oh, you can't, no, there's nothing I can do. All I can do is reschedule appointments. So if you want to change the dates and times of these appointments, I can do that. But outside of that, I can't help you with only having one appointment. Like, there's no way to do that. The system doesn't allow for it. There's no supervisor she has that can interject or help. She has no one to go to. She just sits there and does this all day at a call center and has no power to do anything.
Isn't that what you expected from the beginning, though? How were you going to sit here and be salty about it?
And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, so what do we do now? And she's like, well, I don't know. I was like, well, she said, here's what I want to do. I want to send you back to sales. You want to send me back to the sales department, the department that I took 45 minutes to talk to and couldn't help me and directed me to you.
I knew this was going to be a complete waste of time, and it's exactly what it's turned out to be.
Okay. So she tried and said, oh, I can't get sales on the line. I said, no kidding. It took me 45 minutes to get them on the line. What makes you think you're going to get them on the line?
I can imagine because she works there, she would be more inclined to get her phone call picked up than some fucking schmuck like you.
So literally, she lied to me. She had no idea what she was doing. And she lied to me and said someone will follow up with me. No one followed up with me.
It's not that she didn't know what she was doing. She had her script, she did her job to the best of her ability, and that's all she can do. And as far as lying to you goes, did you think maybe that someone else didn't follow up on their end of that deal? That she had told someone, hey, you need to follow up with this, and they never did? Why has it got to be her fault? She's not in control of that. She said somebody else, not her.
Okay? So then what I proceeded to do was I contacted the social media team for my company.
He's mentioned contacting companies' media teams for support before, and that seems like such a strange thing to do to me. I'm much younger than DSP, and it's never even crossed my mind to contact a company online like that. Usually they have phone numbers and emails for support, and that's where I go. I would never go on their Twitter and DM somebody.
And I explained the whole situation. I said, this is the stupidest thing ever. You guys don't know how to run your company. They agreed with me.
And would you look at that? Another person who agrees with Dave and thinks that they are stupid and they don't know what they're doing. Also, it's peak comedy for a guy who filed for literal fucking bankruptcy to tell you that you don't know how to run your business. The one rule of business is that you have to make more money than you spend. And bankruptcy is the epitome of not making more money than you spend.
They said, this makes no sense. One person should be coming out to do all the work. So what they said they were going to do was notate in the account everything going on, okay? When the tech came out, you know, if they needed to interject, they were going to try or whatever. And basically, they were going to try to figure all this out. Okay, good for you, right?
What do you mean good for you? They're trying to help you, you ungrateful cretin.
Whatever you say. So, knowing that basically all this meant nothing and I had wasted all that time. So again, that was probably another 90 minutes to 2 hours again on my day off. Wasted.
It wasn't a waste of time. You had a question and they answered the question. Whether or not they could solve the problem was always up in the air, but they are actively trying to help you, which is more than I would have done given how you've acted. I'd have told you to eat shit.
Trying to figure all this out. Is anything going to come of it, right? So now fast forward to yesterday. So my first appointment for an install, all right, is supposed to be yesterday between 12 and 2. But I don't know when they're showing up. They could show up at 12, they could show up at 2, or they could show up any time in between, and you won't know until they're like 5 minutes out.
They give you a time window because some jobs take longer than they should and some jobs take less time than they should. And they know there are people like you who will email or call or DM them on Twitter if a tech is 5 minutes late. That's why they give you the window.
So now you know why yesterday I had no idea what to tell you guys was going to happen during the stream. I had no clue. So while we decided to do the Honda placement matches for ranked, all of a sudden I get a text, oh, they're 5 minutes out, they're going to be here. Oh, great, right? So basically I hurried through my Honda placement matches. I had to cut the stream short because the guy was at the gate. I'm not even kidding. Like, he was here. All right? So the guy shows up, and I let him in. And I explain the situation. He goes, this is not the first time I've heard this. This will not be the last time I've heard this. This is incredibly dumb. I agree with you.
I know he's talking about the situation that he's in right now with the 2 accounts and whatnot, but it is funny to me to think that he told the tech about his Honda placement matches and having to cut the stream early, and he said that he has heard this before and agrees that it's stupid. But also, look, another person who agrees with DSP and thinks exactly how he does.
First of all, you shouldn't need to have 2 accounts for 2 internet lines. There's some weird way, some reason why the company does it that way. He says it's always been that way. They don't seem to want to change it, and it's a big hassle because there's multiple businesses who have internet lines more than one, and they need to have like 10 accounts. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense, but that's how they do it. He says, in addition, yes, this whole thing is wrong. I should be here to do all the work.
This tech sounds like a cool guy. It's a shame that he got brought into the snort techs. He didn't deserve this. He shouldn't have to deal with Dave. No regular person should have to deal with Dave.
He goes, but guess what? I have a job assigned to me. My job today is to upgrade one of your internet lines, to do a different install, which was news to me. I was like, a different install? What are you talking about? And to remove some equipment. So that's the job he had. He didn't have the job for the other internet line. So he's like, technically, I can't really do anything for the other internet line equipment-wise. That doesn't mean I can't do other stuff while I'm here, because I'm here, I'm going to help you out as much as I can. All right?
He sounds genuinely shocked that there are employees that work for companies that are competent at their job. It just goes to show you how he thinks he's smarter than the average person.
So basically, here's what happened yesterday. Okay? You ready? Here's what happened yesterday. Here's what actually went down when the install guy showed up. First of all, the guy was very friendly, knew everything about everything, was incredibly informed, not only on what he was here to do, but on new products and all. We had great conversations that basically in the next few years, I may actually be able to get rid of the 2 internet lines. Right now, it probably still wouldn't make sense, but in the next few years, I may be able to get rid of one of these 2 internet lines, only get one that's like the highest capacity, and it should be enough to handle everything. Plus, apparently, they're going to be doing infrastructure upgrades and things, and when they do that, I might be good to go forever. Like, I won't have to worry about all this nonsense ever again. Okay? So that was good news. Okay? Now,
I still don't believe that he needs 2 internet lines. If you guys could tell me in the comments if you've ever seen another content creator or streamer say that they have 2 separate internet lines, please tell me, because I am genuinely curious. I've never heard this before.
did he do any hardware upgrades whatsoever? You ready for this one? No. He literally didn't upgrade anything. He didn't have to upgrade my modem in the office. He didn't have to upgrade the modem downstairs. I kept all the same equipment.
Would it have made you any happier if he did swap out the equipment? Or would we still be getting the same bitching segment you're doing here? Because if you were going to bitch anyway, why even bring it up?
So why did he have to come out? Well, there was two reasons. Reason number one is because with this new package that I got something new that literally the customer service rep didn't even tell me I was getting.
I don't believe this personally. Maybe they didn't tell you explicitly, but if you were to read the fucking contract for once, maybe it would have been in there. But you've proven recently that you do not know how to read or have any curiosity as to what you're signing. I mean, just look at the machinima contracts and the E3 badges you were given. All that would take was a little bit of reading to fix your situation, but you were incapable of doing that.
Okay? What I received is a totally new piece of equipment. It's weird because I don't know if I'm ever going to utilize this, okay? Here's what it is. It is a cellular backup device.
Is that a fancy name for a hotspot?
Okay? What does that mean? It means that for some reason, if my internet goes down, all right, I have a device that I can plug in my PC into it. And instead of using the internet lines like I use now, it's a cellular phone internet service device that will connect to the satellites that the cell phone services use and give me temporary internet. Now, is it good internet? No, it's 4G quality internet. It's outdated.
I like that he says 4G is outdated. I still have a 4G phone. It gets on the internet just fine. Granted, I know what he means. It's not going to be able to stream for him or whatever, but like he acts like 5G is a requirement to breathe on the planet or something.
And in fact, the guy outright admitted to me, he's like, this is not fast enough to do anything you're doing. He's like, you're not going to be able to be streaming. He's like, if you do it, if you try, it might work. It'll be choppy. He's like, it's not going to be good. This is for basic internet use. If basically your internet goes out, you'll have a means to connect to the internet. And by the way, it's like this huge thing. It almost looks like a modem in itself with a giant antenna thing on it. So it's way more powerful than, say, this.
I'm glad we could go back to the phone taps.
This is what I do. My internet goes out. I try to connect with this to the internet via satellite, and I'll post up on, like, you know, Twitter or my channel page, hey guys, the internet's out. I'll let you know when it's back. So this is like an over-glorified, way more powerful version of this, basically. All right?
Why does he keep doing that?
But he outright said, he says, you are not going to be able to do your normal work. It's not going to work. It's not that fast. It's meant as an emergency backup. Let's say a business had a point of sale system where they check out customers and their internet goes down. This is a temporary way to keep running transactions, basically. But that's it. That's what it's for. And I said, so does this cost me anything extra? He's like, no, this is part of your package. So whatever you signed up for, this is what you got. It's your backup. But he goes, literally, you can never use it. You don't have to. It's right over there on the floor. Okay? He says you can plug it in. It has a battery backup that lasts about 12 hours. So even if your power goes out, it still runs. So you'll still have internet for 12 hours, even if your power goes out. But he's like, yeah, it's all it is. I was like, so why would I want this? He's like, for you, you don't want it. He's like, another business that has, again, sales transactions, that's why they would want it. He's like, you have no reason to have this. So essentially, I got this piece. I was never told by the sales rep I was getting this. I didn't even see that in my contract, but I got it. And so I just have this thing that I have here, you know, sitting around that I don't know if I'll ever get any use out of at all.
It doesn't sound like the most useful device to have, but I mean, it's better than not having anything. So why are you bitching about it? Like, you have a little backup device. That's cool, I guess. You already paid for it because it's in your contract. So just fucking take the thing and shut up.
Isn't that nice, right? So, okay. So he's like, that was one of the main reasons he showed up. That was actually the primary reason why he was sent to the house. Oh my God! Oh! Okay? And I was like, so what would have been the other reason? Because everything they told me was that you're doing equipment upgrades. He goes, we're doing no equipment upgrades at all. All I'm going to do is restart your modems with new software. We're going to push a software update out, and you'll get better speeds. But outside of that, everything's the same. And he even admitted, he's like, this could be done from the office. No one had to come out here to do this. The reason that they had me come out here today was money. He goes, that sales rep made a commission.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's why Dave's so pissed off. Between having to talk on the phone and someone making money, he is absolutely floored. I don't know why, but anytime anyone that's not him makes money, he's upset. Like the world is just supposed to not make money, I guess. Which is silly, because if nobody else makes money, who's gonna tip him?
When he made this appointment today, he made his commission. He says, of course, I get paid for being here, so I'm happy I'm here. But he even said to me, he's like, is there something I can do to help you because I'm out here? And I said, well, you know what? You know, I have all this legacy equipment out here, and I would like to see if we can get rid of a lot of it. So he basically, what he did is he went through my house, and he looked at all the different lines and everything. And he said, whoa, you still have this? And we were in the bedroom, and I have this little thing. It's a little power adapter in my bedroom, plugged into the wall, and it has a cable line coming out of it. Now, I never understood what it was. It was never explained to me what it was.
Just like they never explained that you needed an oil change in your BMW?
9 years ago when I moved in, I was just told, you must always have this plugged into the wall. If not, all your internet will go out. That's what I was told, okay? So, if you haven't noticed, every once in a while, my internet goes out, and I say, oops, it was the power adapter in the bedroom. It got loose, and now that's why the internet went down, so we just plugged it back in, and now it works again, okay? So come to find out, you want to know what that was? An amplifier. What is an amplifier? An amplifier is a device used to strengthen the signal of cable and internet in a home where it doesn't really have the capacity to handle what you're trying to do in that home. So for example, when I first moved here 9 years ago, I had 2 television cable lines, a home phone, and 2 internet lines. This house couldn't handle it. So I needed to have an amplifier in the bedroom that would boost the signal throughout the entire house. And if that amplifier got loose, everything would go off. So he's looking at it, he goes, all you have left, all you have is 2 internet lines. And he's looking at it, he's like, you don't need this. So he's like, let me do something for you. And he went outside, he went to the cable, you know, the outside is where all the main lines are, all the boxes. He comes back in, he goes, I'm gonna do this. He unhooks the amplifier, he unhooks a ton of couplers and shit that were in the house. I had extra wires out the ass in this house for no reason. He unhooked a ton of cables, a ton of splitters, all this shit. He goes outside again, he comes back in, let's try your internet. We turn it on, the internet is even faster. He goes, yeah. He goes, what's been happening is your internet's been slower because you've been running it through this amplifier and everything. He's like, you don't need this anymore.
This sounds like it benefited you. How did you get on stream for 24 minutes and make it sound negative?
At one point you needed it. He's like, all you have is 2 internet lines. You don't need any of this anymore. So now you're going directly to the outside line. You're not being rerouted through your whole home through this amplifier. You're right out to the lines outside. He goes, your internet will now be better. You won't ever have to worry about hitting that stupid thing, getting it loose and losing your internet. And all these extra wires and shit that could be a potential problem have been removed from your home. And I was like, dude, well, now I'm happy you came out here. You know? I mean, at first it was going to be a complete waste of my time because you're telling me I didn't need any equipment upgrades to begin with. But now I'm happy you came out here because you did me a solid, basically. You didn't have to do that, right? So then he goes, well, what about this other appointment? And I said, let's look at it. So we were able to look at it, and basically the other appointment literally was a phantom appointment. I didn't need a second appointment.
I don't think phantom appointment is a real term, but I'm pretty sure if it was, that it wouldn't mean an appointment that you don't need. It probably means something like scheduling an appointment in a time block just so you don't have to do something else. Like it's an appointment that doesn't really exist. Not that you don't need it.
For any install. There was no install. He says that modem you have downstairs is exactly the same modem they're going to give you for that level of internet. If someone comes out, they will literally come, restart the modem, and walk out the door. There's no install to be done. It's another phantom appointment where a sales rep is trying to make a commission. So they're trying to force a second appointment on you, and you don't need it. I was like, wow, that's pretty messed up.
I don't know if these appointments cost him anything, but if they're not, does it really hurt him to just have them come out for that appointment, explain to the guy what's going on? He walks in and restarts the modem and goes, yep, everything looks good, and walks out. I mean, it's an easy day for that guy. It's what, 5 minutes of Phil's time? Was it really worth all this bullshit?
So basically he spent over an hour here, but in the hour he was here, he installed a piece of equipment I will never use, this weird 4G internet device that I'll probably never use. It's too slow to do anything I want to do.
I wonder if in his contract negotiations, if he had known that existed, that he could have told them he didn't want it and got a better deal. But again, he can't read.
But he did upgrade my internet to be faster, and he basically cleaned the house up with all this excess lines and shit. So now my internet is actually going to be better. You know, I was like, okay, great. So basically, all this happens. Right? And now he leaves. I'm like, whoa, let me test everything. So I turn everything on. Everything's great, man. Everything in the house is great.
All right, that's the end of the story. That means you can get into the gameplay now, right, Phil?
You know? But it's funny because then immediately I get a message from the social media team. And they say, so what happened? Because they don't even know. What happened with your visit?
Did you want the tech to contact them on Twitter and let them know? He's not responsible for that. How else were they supposed to find out if you got help other than by contacting you?
And I was like, well, the person who came out here was outstanding. They went above and beyond. They cleaned up a bunch of stuff in my house they didn't need to do. So I give that guy top ratings. If you send me a survey asking me about his service, I will give him the maximum rating possible. All right? And I was like, but I found out a bunch of stuff. I found out that basically you guys have multiple appointments for no reason. You're trying to waste my time to make money.
Obviously, it would be obnoxious to have to deal with this, but on the other hand, he says waste his time like he's not a full-time interactive streamer. Dude, you're at home 6 days a week, all day long. If anyone could just show up, and it shouldn't be a huge inconvenience like you're making it. You're not punching a 9 to 5. You don't have to call in. You don't have to get anyone to cover your shift. All you have to do is walk out of the room.
I don't appreciate that, and I want this taken care of. And they go, all right, And the next thing I know, your appointment for next week has automatically been canceled.
That's another W. Shut up and take it.
Yeah, they just canceled it. So, I mean, pretty much admitting I never needed it to begin with. That it was just a way for them to make extra money. Right? So they just canceled it. And that was it. And after that, nothing. Now, was I ever contacted by anyone in regards to the situation like I was told by that scheduling rep? No.
Did you want to be contacted at this point, though? I mean, you came out on top, dude. You got better internet, you had a nice tech, you got a device you didn't even know you were going to get, and they canceled your second appointment. That's all W's.
Was I given any kind of, you know, actual... I can't even rate the install guy. I would love to. I can't. There's no way to rate him positively. I got an email today asking about the scheduling. Not about the install guy, but the scheduling process. What do you think I rated that? Right? Anything for this, right?
But that's it for today's video. Sorry if any of this has been obviously done before. Like, I do realize some of the stuff that I had said kind of sounds like the stuff that they had said on That Being Said podcast. I was in the middle of editing this when that actually came on, and I took a break during editing it to watch that. And, well, I wasn't going to go back and re-record my stuff, to be honest. Real life stuff had gotten in the way, so it didn't come out till today. So some of this might be old hat, but it is what it is. Make sure you check out other Detractor channels, and again, shout out Memology 101 for the upload.